Hi everybody, this is User1 and I want to make another one of these little furnituring videos. This was gonna be LSRP, and I do not have any donators on this account whatsoever. Well, I have had them previously, but I have been very reluctant from donating on LSRP after the controversy that I have stumbled in. And I haven't donated on LSRP since, and honestly I haven't had so much trouble doing that. Not much trouble whatsoever actually. But this is what you can do, this is the choice you have when you don't donate whatsoever, what kind of options you have, basically showcasing what you can still do. So what I'm building right here is a friend allowed me to use this apartment as an office space, and he gave me a bit of money, and shout out to him, he's a really good person. Thank you for doing that to me. Let me move on. So as you can see, first thing I'm doing is putting in the doors. Now it's important to mention that you only have 70 slots if you're not a donator. As a gold donator you can have something like 400 slots, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's around 400. So as you can see, you don't have a lot of space. But at the same time, yeah, you also don't have customization, and you don't have the special menu. So what I'm building right now is the appliances. So I'm thinking I want to make this a realistic workspace. So I'm gonna make a bathroom. Now I'm thinking, how am I gonna make a mirror? Because I know the mirrors are made usually as paintings retextured into something silver. There are working mirrors in GTA San Andreas, but it's really difficult to make them happen. So obviously a bathroom is gonna need a toilet. So I'm looking for what would a company do? So a company will probably pick the cheapest option. And considering I did not have an infinite budget, even with the help from a friend, I wanted to save on some money. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find any dividers for the bathroom. There was no, even though there are public bathrooms, I couldn't find any for sale in the furniture store, unfortunately. Here I'm messing with the air duct, but then I realized it's just not gonna work. This is just not gonna work, and I need to save on space because I have a limited space. So, this is the bathroom. So what I'm thinking right now is how am I gonna make the mirror, because the mirrors are usually made by retexturing the paintings, and I cannot retexture anything because I'm not silver donator. That's when I find this whiteboard. This whiteboard is, I mean, it's gray, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, that kind of works. So I duplicate that and I just make two of them and I call it a day. So yeah, as I am not exactly a professional designer, as you can tell already, but I'm just trying to showcase what you can design, what you can make without having a donator. Well, you still need to have the money, which is something I want to commend LSRP for, because donators aren't necessarily richer. Now, there are some job opportunities for donators specifically, like advertisers and such, but even admins are cracking down on people using that as a selling point. So it's really difficult for, it's not like donators have a really big edge over non-donators, which is something I like. It's not filled with microtransactions as many other games are. You can't directly buy money. Not legally anyway, and you know, even if you're going around buying money, don't be surprised when your account gets banned. So it's not worth to buy money, and I respect that. I respect that of LSRP a lot. Other servers, even RCRP allows you to directly influence. It doesn't allow you to directly buy money, but it allows you to increase your income by tenfold. Like literally, you can. It's really silly because if you get a big group of friends, you can just get one level 4 account and transfer it between them just to collect the biggest paychecks and payouts. So it's like the worst way they could have done it really on the RCRP. But regardless, this is LSRP we're talking about. So as you can see, I'm picking out the lover set because I like the red and I like the minimalistic style of it. And as you can see, I probably should have done the corner piece first. This whole process took me a couple of hours to do, but yeah, basically about 1.5 hours for the whole process. I did take a bunch of breaks here and there. And of course the fridge is very necessary because you actually need the fridge to be able to heal in your place. So there's the third thing. At this point I was considering changing the sinks in the bathroom, but I figured it was like I figured it was too late. So yeah, I wasn't really bothered about making this the fanciest, the best place. I just wanted a functional, realistic looking workplace, like an office space. So what I'm building right now is a staff room. This is the place where staff can come, hang out, have a meal, have lunch, and yeah. So we got the bathroom, got a staff room, so the rest and the other needs are sorted out. The reason why I'm making an office space in the first place is because I want to run a company with Michelle Jefferson. It's gonna be independent news media. I'm still working on a name, and I still need to make a thread and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna make a series about Michelle running her own company, but that's not gonna come anytime soon because I have other episodes, other seasons, other series running right now. And with Michelle, I have like the protesting thing on RCRP that I still need to upload. I still have all the footage for me protesting on RCRP, and yeah, I wanna upload that. Also, Michelle character exists in GTA World, so I have to consider that as well. So probably not gonna be, the office thing is not gonna be there for a while. That being said, as you can see, I'm working on finding chairs that actually have like workable hitboxes, so the other ones you couldn't sit on properly. On these ones it's much easier to sit on. One of the things I always test is whether it's actually probable to use the furniture that you're building. So unfortunately I couldn't fill all of the space. I decided to conserve some slots, so I needed to fill this office space, but I didn't want to, spend so much furniture slots because I only had 70. So I built this lobby in a hallway. By lobby I just mean one office desk with an office chair, and that's basically it. That's the lobby. But hey, it works. That matters. That's all that matters. So you could have a secretary over here. Unfortunately, some of the furniture, sometimes you spawn the furniture and it just pushes you underground. It'll become more apparent with other furniture when I spawn it, when I'll be building the storage room. But yeah, I hope that someone from the development team on LSRP will see this and they will note the furniture slots that are problematic. Maybe they can fix them or something. Anyway, so right now I'm building some of these cubicles for my other employees. I don't really seriously think that these cubicles will ever be full of people, but the reason they exist is because of immersion, and I think immersion serves probably the biggest part of roleplay. Because when people make these interiors that don't have bathrooms, that don't have kitchens, and they say, "Oh, I live here," that doesn't make any sense, right? Characters are people. We are role-playing as human beings with needs and stuff, and we don't need to role-play all of those needs all of those time because we have our own lives and we don't play as our character 24/7. But we gotta have an explanation for where does our character, lives. Where does our character find the resources to eat, to wash themselves? How is your character clean right now? I mean, your character had to take a shower, had to do laundry to have clean clothes. You can't just be homeless and be wearing a dress. I always hated that when people did that. This is my own desk, well, Michelle's desk, and this desk is transparent. This is done so that I can actually, do a seat animation properly, which is very nice. Also, I can hide under the desk if there's an intruder. One problem with the desk is that you can shoot through it, but then it's kind of realistic because bullets actually go through all the stuff. my screen actually turned off again. I gotta find out a way how to prevent my screen from turning off, because that's annoying. Anyway, so yeah, I'm still working on the office. As you can see, we even have a printer. At some point I did this mistake right here. As you can see, I'm putting trash cans under every cubicle, and I realized that was a mistake because I only have 70 slots. I ended up deleting these trash cans later to make space for some other furniture items. I kept this one, I believe, and one more in the staff room, because, you know, those are more visible. It's easier to just assume that there's trash cans nearby. You gotta have a limit somewhere. I was going for general immersion. As you can see, I put a water boiler, of course a water dispenser. Every office gotta have an water dispenser, and of course plants. Got that modern office feeling with those plants. I was thinking about putting some mess in, but then I realized I have limited slots, and that's the biggest problem when you're furnituring in LSRP without any donator. You can still make, as you can see, you can still make a big realistic office. You can still do that, but you're gonna be really limited. Yeah, so you wanna test your interior, make sure it works properly. And after I also found that four-sided desk, which I felt worked perfectly. Then I found the office divider, and I decided to improvise it with the toilet. I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous. I'm not saying it doesn't look not ridiculous. It definitely does. But again, I'm not a professional designer, and I don't have a donator. So you could see, as you can see, I walked into it to test if my character could actually fit. The hitbox for your character is rather big in comparison to the model, especially on female characters. Any player characters are pretty much the same hitbox, so you gotta make sure you can fit through it. So as you can see, I added some details there, which I could also walk through. And then, yeah, here's me falling through the ground. that happened a lot. For some reason, when I had the custom skin and I fell through the ground, it changed me to this skin. I believe this is skin ID 69, funnily enough. Anyway, right now I'm making the storage room, and as you can see, every time as you can see, some of these aren't problematic, but when you get the broken cargo container, okay, so right now I'm making a server, but if I try to spawn a broken cargo container, I believe it was called, it would actually force me underground, which is problematic. I hope this could get fixed at some point. Anyway, this is how the office space looks now. As you can see, you enter to the lobby area. A receptionist will hopefully greet you. I also added this no entrance staff only keycard thing. I was able to do that. All of those poles were individual furniture slots. So as you can imagine, if you don't put that thing in there, you can add more details in the place. So these are the cubicle, these are the main offices. This is my own desk. As you can see, it's not quite private, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. You got 3 cubicles in total. They're all pretty much identical. And you got plugs on the wall. Those came with the interior, and I think they look quite nice. They fit in. I decided to slow down this part. I don't think this part needs to be sped up that much. Coming over to the staff room. As you can see, the staff room looks rather nice. It's got its own vending machine. It's got its nice little table for 4. And we do basically have a room for 4 people, considering 3 cubicles and 1 more extra desk. So over here we got the storage room. It's not got nothing except the crates. The crates are all one object, and the server rack is also one object. I like this kind of, I forgot what it's called, but it's from, I believe it's a movie reference of some sort. I forgot the name of the movie though. I'm really bad with names of movies and such. Moving on to the bathroom, the red light flickering is actually from that reference thing, because that server rack has a red light on it and flickers on and off. Kind of menacing, but I think it only happens at night. I'm not gonna show you what's in the staff only area, because it's staff only. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the office space. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned a little bit on what kind of things you can build even without a donator. I really gotta commend LSRP for providing us this freedom even without any donator. Most servers don't do this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome.